So you're thinking about the WD Black SN850, the legendary PCIe 4.0 SSD that promises to vaporize your load times. But here's what surprised me during my month of testing. This drive has a split personality. Therefore, before you spend your hard-earned cash, you need to see the real problems nobody talks about. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's be honest, when you see 7,000 megabytes per second read speeds, your brain just goes, "Shut up and take my money." It's the Ferrari of storage, at least on paper. But what if that Ferrari needed a very specific, perfectly paved racetrack to actually hit top speed? And what if, for most people, it's just stuck in daily traffic? That's the core tension with the SN850. It's an engineering marvel with a price tag to match, yet it might be complete overkill for you. I'm going to break down exactly who this drive is for, and more importantly, who it's not. The first thing you need to understand is the platform requirement. This is a PCIe Gen4 drive. Therefore, it requires a PCIe Gen4 slot on your motherboard to reach those insane speeds. If you plug this into an older Gen3 slot, you're literally leaving half the performance on the table. It'll still be fast, but not 7,000 MB/s fast. It's like buying a 4K Blu-ray player and hooking it up with composite cables. You paid for the premium, but you're not getting the premium experience. This is problem number one for unsuspecting buyers. You must check your motherboard specs. Now, let's talk thermals because this is where the problems in our title get real. The SN850, especially the version without the heatsink, can get hot. Very hot. Under sustained workloads, it can thermal throttle. That's a fancy term for it slows down to avoid melting into a puddle of silicon regret. The read speeds can plummet. That sleek heatsink model they sell for a premium. It's not just for looks, it's a necessary band-aid. But here's a joke for you. Calling it a heatsink is like calling a sumo wrestler lightly padded. It's a chunky boy. Make sure your PS5 or motherboard has the clearance. The PS5 compatibility. It's a huge selling point, and yes, it works. Popping this into your PlayStation 5 is satisfying. The extra 2 TB of space is a game changer. No more juggling 5 games at a time. But is the speed difference noticeable over a good Gen 3 drive? For most PS5 games, the answer is a surprising, not really. The console's architecture has bottlenecks. You'll shave off a second or two in load times, which is great, but you won't feel like you've entered a new dimension. It's a premium convenience, not a revolution. So, is that worth over $300 to you? Let's dive into the dashboard software because it's a classic case of cool feature, annoying execution. The WD Black dashboard is Windows only. Sorry, Mac and Linux gamers. It lets you monitor health, enable a gaming mode, and update firmware. But the interface feels like it was designed by an engineer who has never met another human. It's clunky. Enabling the gaming mode is supposed to boost performance, but it disables power management. So your drive stays awake, consuming a bit more power and generating more heat for a marginal gain. It's like keeping your sports car in first gear while parked in the driveway, just in case you need to suddenly reverse into your mailbox. Speaking of firmware, this leads to problem number 2 that reviewers gloss over: early adopter woes. When this drive first launched, there were reports of instability, compatibility hiccups, and even drive failures. Firmware updates have largely fixed this, but it's a reminder. The bleeding edge sometimes bleeds. You're not just buying hardware, you're betting on WD's software support. Most users now report rock-solid stability, but that initial phase was rocky. Always update the firmware the moment you install it. Now let's talk value, because at over $300, this is a serious investment. The 4.9-star rating on Amazon is glowing, but ratings can be deceptive. People are often rating the speed benchmark, not the real-world value. Here's the contrarian truth. For 99% of gamers and even most content creators, A top-tier PCIe Gen4 drive like a Samsung 970 EVO Plus or a WD Black SN750 will be indistinguishable in daily use. Your Windows will boot in the same 10 seconds. Your game will load in 8 seconds instead of 7. You'll save $150. That's a new game, a controller, and a pizza. The performance delta only matters if you're constantly moving massive 100 GB files for video editing. But I'm not here to just trash it. When this drive sings, it's a symphony of speed. Direct storage for PC gaming is on the horizon. This technology, which lets your GPU talk directly to your SSD, will benefit massively from drives like the SN850. So you're buying a piece of the future. If you have a Ryzen 5000 7000 or Intel 11th Gen or newer system with a beefy GPU, this drive is a fantastic way to build a no-compromise rig. It's the ultimate, I want the best choice. Just know what you're paying for, bragging rights and future-proofing. Let me hit you with another joke. Using the SN850 for just gaming is like using a NASA supercomputer to run Microsoft Solitaire. Impressive? Yes. Necessary? Absolutely not. The problems I've outlined aren't deal breakers, they're reality checks. The thermal throttling is manageable with good case airflow or the heatsink model. The platform requirement is just homework you need to do. The price is the real barrier. Therefore, the resolution to our 3-act drama is simple. Who is this drive for? The enthusiast with a maxed-out PCIe 4.0 system who transfers huge files daily. The PS5 owner who values convenience over pure dollar-for-second value. And the early adopter who wants to be ready for direct storage. Who should avoid it? Anyone with a PCIe 3.0 system, budget-conscious builders, and users who just want reliable storage without the fuss. For them, the problems outweigh the benefits. In the end, the WD Black SN850 is a masterpiece of flawed genius. It achieves breathtaking numbers that push the boundary of what's possible for consumer storage. But it demands a specific environment to truly shine. It's not a plug-and-play miracle for everyone. If your use case aligns with its strengths and you've done your motherboard homework, you will be thrilled. The speed, when unlocked, is genuinely transformative for heavy workloads. It's a product that earns its premium badge, but only for the right user. So don't buy it because of the hype. Buy it because your specific situation demands the absolute fastest drive money can buy. And if that's you, you can find the best current price on Amazon by clicking the link in the description below.